What's going on, DMG Clan? Today, I'm going to be sharing with you the very first episode of the AyaNeo Pocket Air. So let's throw our hands in the air and wave them like we just don't care. Alright, mobile gamers, so today we have the Pocket Air Retro Edition from AyaNeo. On the side, we have an AMOLED screen, master controller, Hall sensing joysticks, X-axis linear motor, and a 7350 milliamp battery. On the back, I got the 8GB 256 model because I thought that would be good enough for the price. Now let's crack into it and see how hard this plastic is, because it seems pretty hard. Now I'm gonna grab my sharp knife and slice it open because that plastic was not coming off, because I want to crack into this thing. This box looks really cool. The plastic, however, is plastic. Let's just roll it up into a ball and toss it over there. Now the top of the box has a nice texture to it. You can almost feel the joysticks inside. So let's just slide this open all nice and slow to reveal what we have in store. Like that little spin. Real gamers know gamers, as they said on the box. So hopefully they actually know gamers, because this thing looks pretty retro to me. Now for the device, let's pull it out. Take a look. It looks pretty cool, to be honest. Now these are Gull Kit style joysticks. They're not actually the Hall style joysticks I was expecting, and the buttons are a little bit small in the front. The triggers feel okay, and we have our R1 and R2. The D-pad feels kind of mashy. We have the SIM card slot at the bottom with the micro SD card slot. Yes, you can put a SIM card. Now they put down facing speakers, which is kind of annoying. There is volume rockers. There's a power button. It doesn't have a fingerprint reader. And then on the back, we have the big fan holes, the AyaNeo logo. Inside the box, we have our little box, another little box. I think this might be the charging cable. So yeah, this is just the charging cable in here. Now for whatever this is. So let's take a look inside here, and it looks like it's a bunch of paper. So we got Pocket Air, AyaNeo, and oh, it's a manual. Okay. So we got a bunch of little manuals here. I don't know, maybe they're all in different languages. So let's just check these out. So yep, just a whole bunch of paper, just manuals galore, and a warranty paper and a space apps. Oh, this is a huge paper to actually teach you how to use something, I think. So we'll have to check that out afterwards and see what this is all about, because this is kind of weird. All right, so now that that's all put away, we're gonna take a look at what you all came here for, the device itself. Let's peel this front screen protector off nice and slowly, and boom, there it is. Now, this is supposed to be an AMOLED screen, which of course is going to be really nice. Shouldn't have peeled that onto my table, it might get stuck. Let's turn this little retro handheld on, hopefully, and see what we have from AyaNeo. And I'm still waiting, and what is that? It says fast boot. So for some reason this is booting into fast boot mode. I'm not sure why. You can see the confusion on my face. Okay, now I'm gonna try to restart this again. That's kind of a weird experience to have a handheld boot into fast boot mode. If you don't know what fast boot mode, that's just a mode so that you can flash firmware onto the device. So I'm gonna just hold the power button here and hopefully boot it back up, because this is an interesting experience so far. All right, and there we go. Hi there. Well, hello. So this is the setup screen, and it looks like it's pretty generic to basic Android setup. I'm going to skip all these options just to see how quick it is to actually get set up with this device and navigate through all these menus, turn everything off, because I don't like to turn anything on. No pun intended. And I'm not going to set up a pin because I don't really care about a pin on my gaming device. If you want to pick it up and play it, go ahead. So that process was pretty quick. Now, I didn't connect to Wi-Fi or log into my account. The screen was a little bit not responsive at first, but I think maybe that's just because the device was trying to boot up. And yeah, like this is just a generic Android operating, well, I guess this is AyaNeo's operating system or front end or something. I'm gonna have to take a look at this, check out the joysticks here, and yeah, these are just Gull Kit style Hall sensing joysticks. Now, they won't cause any drift or anything like that, but they are a little bit different than maybe what we're used to from companies like AYN or Retroid. The triggers feel good. The right trigger kind of feels a little bit stiffer than the left one though, for some reason. Now, I guess there's buttons up here as well. These are start or back and home buttons, I guess. There's little tiny buttons just at the top there that are right beside the R1 and L1 buttons, which is kind of interesting. And yeah, this is my initial, you know, journey of this AyaNeo Pocket Air. Stay tuned for the next episode because we're going to get into trying out some emulation and gaming. Bye-bye! Stay tuned for next week's episode because we're going to learn how to load some games onto this thing.